What's the word, nerds? It's Concept, aka Sept, aka the pot coffin hobgoblin, aka everybody know
I'm a motherfucking monster.
We're here in the lab.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight.
With All Hallows Eve around the corner, I started to wonder about the origins of the Halloween tropes that we have. So this is... Zombies and vampires I put in the same category because they have so many similarities, being undead and all, and just generally there's too much discrepancy in the modern lore. Back in my day, zombies were sluggish, mindless creatures shuffling around starving for brains. Vampires were nocturnal bloodsuckers that could be creepy old ghouls like Nosferatu or completely suave and sexy like Dracula. One thing is absolutely certain is that they are immortal, with the exception of numerous weaknesses. Both pale undead former humans with an insatiable thirst for human flesh. Zombie purists, also known as nerds, will tell you that fast zombies or the infected aren't actually zombies, and classic zombies are called walkers now? One thing I know for sure is that vampires do not shimmer, glisten, or sparkle in the fucking sunlight. The idea of witchcraft is as old as time. Some say it's a superstitious overfabrication in which actions or potions can conduct the outcome of otherwise unforeseeable and uncontrollable future events. This is actually a distorted and myopic view of Wicca and other pagan religions in order to control the masses. Largely because the consumption of psychedelics and other mind-altering drugs is and always has been a threat to authority, because knowledge is power. So witches are painted as creepy ladies that live in the woods, surviving on a steady feast of wayward children and incantatious brews. But in reality, witches should really be thought of as a persecuted religious sect, rather than a bunch of jaundice-ridden old crones chanting around a cauldron. Werewolves are the only monsters that turn into vicious beasts by moonlight, but then return into a semi-casual reality the next morning. Which is similar to lunacy, an actual condition that causes temporary insanity during a full moon, which I thought only affected insomniacs and ex-girlfriends, but apparently it's just in general. The only other case of a monster changing back and forth from good and evil that I could find was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but drinking a potion and becoming a wretched asshole could more easily be attributed to alcohol than fantasy or lunacy. Ghosts! Phantom, apparition, spirit, specter. Poltergeists move objects to scare the living away from their haunt, and ghouls eat human flesh like vanishing zombies. Whether they're sad lost souls, ghastly visions, a demonically cursed imprisonment to the shackles of this earthly realm due to your evil ways and past regressions, or just unfinished business, you know who to call. And if you have a southern accent, don't say the word spook. It's unsettling for all of us, not in a Halloween way. Mummies and skeletons are completely irrational to be afraid of. I understand the human fear of death, but mummies are so fucking old. And granted, if one started walking around, it would definitely freak me out, and I would run the other way. But skeletons? Seriously, skeletons? We all are skeletons, like we have skeletons. And aside from carrying around a bag of flesh, the only thing that skeletons ever do is dance.
It's a zombie apocalypse. want is some brain. All these girls showing flesh, and all I want is some brain. All these girls showing flesh, and all I want is some brains. What a man gotta do for a piece of little something strange. All these girls showing flesh, and all I want is some brains. What a man gotta do for a piece of little something strange. I got ice in my veins, I'm cold-blooded as ever. Stolen out the wave, and I'm trying to keep it together, but all I see is ass, hips, bush, breasts, thighs, lips, bush. Damn, what I gotta do for you to let me taste a little bit? Girl, play along, it's a apocalypse.
I read once that Republicans are zombies and Democrats are vampires. We unjustly demonize ancient religions and maybe more justifiably inebriated actions. We fear the remnants of our demise in the form of our soul making a ghostly appearance, or even in the bones in which it used to reside. I mean, Candyman and Bloody Mary are literally chants at the reflection in the mirror. So the only logical conclusion that I can make is that clearly the scariest monsters of all is ourselves. Trippy. Alright, that's the show. I want to send a special thank you out to the Great Pumpkin, Frankenberry, Kane and Kodos, and all the little ghosties and ghoulies out there. I'll leave you with a video of me carving a pumpkin. Stay safe out there, don't do anything I would do, and that's the word, nerds.
Faded.